Chaos exploded live on TalkTV as royal commentators tore into Prince Harry's explosive behaviour following his brief 54-minute meeting with the King. Matt Wilkinson and the panel unleashed fury over the Duke's immediate return to media controversy, accusing him of attention-seeking and gaslighting the British public. Just when tensions peaked, the devastating revelation emerged. Buckingham Palace may have set a trap to test his loyalty. Watch the clip. First off, if you haven't jumped on board yet, hit that subscribe button and join this little family that's growing thanks to you.
Whinger. It's got to be all about my dad. That was the first comment. Let's deal with that.
Yeah, no, look, I mean, the problem with Harry is that they've let him in for a very short, brief time.
54 minutes.
I was there, actually. I was videoing him going in and out.
Were you?
I videoed on my phone. I think it was 54 minutes of him coming in. And there was a series of audiences where they'd lined up. The King had a series of audiences before and after. Harry came in the visitors' entrance, so he would have been in there for about half an hour. It was just one of a number of audiences that the King had that day. But they let him in.
Not father and son walking around the garden?
No dinner. It was just a cup of tea. So we had less time than I think the premiere of Southern Australia, South Australia. And that's all it was. And surprise, surprise, Harry's first opportunity, after being given this, I hate to say olive branch, but given this opportunity to his father, is to start talking about his father again. And I think Buckingham Palace, I wonder if it was a trap. I wonder if, letting Harry in for this short period of time, let's go and see how he reacts.
He's reacted. He went to Ukraine. He spoke about it straight away.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not trying to... We have a good relationship. I'm going to be honest with you. My first reaction when I saw him say, next year is about my dad, to me that exacerbates in my mind that the King's ill and he needs to make his peace with his dad. That's me being completely honest. There are cynics who'll say he's trying to get in before maybe the King isn't here and his brother throws him out. Maybe it's a trap, but... Every single person I've spoken to says the same thing.
Yep.
You're deluded, man. You can't treat people like that and expect the world to just go like that and everything's fine.
Yeah, maybe talking about the year thing, that might just be his 12-month project. It might be his 12-month project before another Netflix comes. I wouldn't dwell on the year. No. But with Prince Andrew, if you think back to Prince Andrew, in the late Queen's last years or the later years, he would often try to get her alone.
Yeah.
He would often try and speak to her and say, can you help me out with this? And aides would be a little bit worried when Andrew would get the Queen alone because he would get his own way and because she liked him a lot. And that's what I wonder whether Harry is thinking, I need to get my father alone so I can, start planning for my future. And I think people will be nervous about that behind palace walls.
The other thing, apart from, and you're probably very right that behind palace walls there is this fear, and we talked about it last week, didn't we, that anything you say to him will be in the public domain, and he's proven that again, is the comment about spare that drives both you and I spare. This wasn't, said Harry, my book called Spare, where he bitched about almost every part of the royal family and every relationship he'd ever had. This wasn't about washing my dirty linen in public. Sorry? What else was it then?
Well, there was about 400 odd pages of airing dirty linen. I think it's just a way of Harry trying to clean his image. I think he's trying to kind of rewrite history, and it's not the first time he's done it. If you remember, after he appeared on Oprah Winfrey and they accused the royal family of being racist, a couple of years later, when he was promoting his book Spare, he was interviewed by Tom Bradby, and he said, "Oh no, I never called the royal family racist." It's almost like
you did.
It's almost like gaslighting the British public. We're not stupid. It's like telling us something that we all saw happen, or we all read in this book, that you're airing so many stories about Catherine, about Prince William, the fight with William, conversations with your father, growing up, all the issues and moans that you had, telling us, no, I didn't actually do that. It was about correcting truths. But we saw it, we read the book, we know what happens in it. And so, I don't think he goes very far with that argument.
No, and that's the point with him, isn't it? You end up looking at it and you end up saying and being quite cynical as to what his motives are and not really believing the authenticity of much he says. And a lot of people will say, she's got his ear. She's the reason he's like this. Well, stand up for yourself, man. I don't know, patently, if he does come back.